How's it going, folks? So, the average person who thinks we need gun control, well, they're only going to be of that persuasion up until they actually need a firearm themselves or perceive themselves to need a firearm. And then at that point, when they go in to buy a firearm, they're going to wonder why these laws apply to them. Now, I know I'm painting this with a pretty general brush. I know there's some variants from person who supports gun control to person who supports gun control, but usually it's pretty much a similar story. This sort of thing repeats itself. I was having a discussion with a Canadian gun owner today, and well, it turns out that during the onset of COVID, there were some Canadians who thought, wow, I think I might actually need a firearm. It is time for me to go get one. Only to find out when they got to the gun store, well, it's just not so simple to get a firearm in Canada. And in fact, this very Canadian gun owner had informed me that one of his gun control supporting friends wanted to borrow a gun from him. Well, turned out the answer is no. And it's not just the Canadian gun owner saying, well, hey, look, I just don't trust you enough with a gun. It's the fact that he's not legally allowed to loan his firearm out. And that's the implication with licensing and registering firearms. The firearm owner has to have a license to own the firearm or to be in possession of the firearm. And the firearm's registered to them. So they definitely cannot loan that firearm to somebody who is not them and doesn't have a license to have a firearm. But we see so many of these incidents is happening in the United States. And go back to the 90s, well, you had the LA riots, and there were a lot of Californians who supported gun control, but then were shocked to find out that gun control meant that they had to wait as well, no matter how many neighborhoods were burning down from the rioters. You get to 2020, hey, we had a reaction like that as well. A lot of people who never thought they'd need a firearm before decided, hey, it's time to go buy a firearm. Things are looking like they might not be so well. A number of people were shocked to find out that, well, hey, you really can't have an AR-15 mailed to your home. You really do have to wait on the waiting periods. Um, those are not optional. And no matter how good of a person you think you might be, those gun control laws still apply to you. So yeah, you supported common sense gun safety legislation. Well, this is it. And quite frankly, I don't feel so bad for you. You know, maybe you should have thought about what you were supporting before you supported it. You know, and when FFLs are having to put out PSAs saying, hey, this is the law, we cannot break it. We do not want to lose our licenses, lose our businesses, possibly get fined, and possibly go to jail for this. So, no, we have to follow the law. You should, and there were actually FFLs that did end up putting that PSA out. I know one FFL in Texas spent a little bit of time explaining to a guy in New York that no, you cannot sell him an AR-15. No, he cannot mail that AR-15 to his house. No, there's no internet or gun show loophole. You know, and I think it came as quite a surprise to that guy in New York that he actually had to follow New York gun laws living in New York. It's like, who'd have thought? So you guys might want to think about this while you're supporting gun control laws for those of you who do. So with that being said, want to put that out real quickly. For those of you who made it this far, thank you for watching. I know you got the comments below. Chime your 2 cents in. And y'all have a great day.